Shri Jagannath Astika Ki Jai. Kadachit Kalindi Tatavi Pisangita Karavo. Muda Birinari Vadana Kamala Svada Madhupa. Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesha Chitapado. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Bhuje Savye Venam Shirasi Shikupucham Katitate. Dukulam Netrante Sahachara Kataksham Vididate. Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati Lila Parichayo. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Maham Bodhistira Kanaka Chiruchire Nilshikare. Vasan Prasadanta Sahaja Bala Bhadrena Balina. Subhadra Madhyesta Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me. Kripa Paravara Sajala Jala Dashweni Ruchiro Ramavani Ramaspurada Malapankiru Mukha Surandrir Aradya Shruti Gana Shika Gita Charito Loknath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me Loknath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me Radha Gachan Pati Milita Budeva Patalai Stuti Pradurbhavam Pratipadam Upakarnya Sadhaya Jaya Sindhu Bandhu Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya Loknath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu me Nivasini Ladroni Hitacharano Nanta Shirasi Rasanando Radhasa Rasa Vapur Alinga Sukho Rajamna Chakana Kamanikya Vibhavam Nayechaham Ramya Sakala Janakam Yam Varavadu Kale Kale Pramatapati Nagita Charito samsaram dhutataram asaram surapate. Haratvam papanam vitatim aparam yadavapate. Ahodine nate nihita charano nishchitam idan. Loknath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. Loknath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. Jagannathastikam punyam ya patet pratata suchihi sarva papa vishuddhatma Vishnu lokam sagachati. Boye Jagannatha. Sometimes, in great happiness, Lord Jagannath makes a loud concert with his flute in the groves on the banks of the Jamuna. He is like a bumblebee, tasting the beautiful lotus-like faces of the cowherd damsels of Raja and great personalities such as Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Ganesh worship his lotus feet. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. He wears peacock feathers, and on his hips he wears fine yellow silken cloth. From the corners of his eyes he bestows sidelong glances upon his loving devotees, and he always reveals himself through his pastimes in his divine abode of Vrindavan. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. On the shore of the great ocean, within a large palace atop the brilliant golden Nilachala hill, Lord Jagannath resides with his powerful brother Baladev and his sister Subhadra, who sits between them. May that Jagannath Swami, who bestows the opportunity for devotional service upon all godly souls, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath is an ocean of mercy and as beautiful as a row of blackish rain clouds. He is the storehouse of bliss for Lakshmi and Saraswati, and his face resembles a spotless, full-blown lotus. The best of demigods and sages worship him, and the Upanishads sing his glories. May that Loknath Swami be the object of my vision. When Lord Jagannath moves along the road on his Rathayatra car, at every step, large assemblies of brahmanas loudly chant prayers and sing songs for his pleasure. Hearing their hymns, Lord Jagannath becomes very favorably disposed toward them. He is the ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the worlds. May that Loknath Swami, along with his consort Lakshmi, who was born from the ocean of nectar, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath, whose eyes resemble full-blown lotus petals, is the ornament on Lord Brahma's head. He resides on Nilachala hill with his lotus feet placed on the heads of Anantadev. Overwhelmed by the mellows of love, he joyfully embraces Srimati Radharani's body, which is like a cool pond. May that Loknath Swami be the object of my vision. I do not pray for a kingdom, nor for gold, rubies, or wealth. I do not ask for a beautiful wife, as desired by all men. I simply pray that Loknath Swami, whose glories Lord Shiva always sings, may be the constant object of my vision. O Lord of the demigods, please quickly remove this useless material existence I am undergoing. O Lord of the Yadus, please destroy this vast, shoreless ocean of sins. Alas, this is certain. Lord Jagannath bestows his lotus feet upon those who feel themselves fallen and have no shelter in this world but him. May that Loknath Swami be the object of my vision. The self-restrained, virtuous soul who recites these 8 verses glorifying Jagannath becomes cleansed of all sins and duly proceeds to Lord Vishnu's abode. Sri Jagannath Swami ki jai, Sri Jagannathastakam ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, so it gives me great pleasure to welcome His Holiness Srila Loknath Swami Maharaj to Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir. So Maharaj will be giving class now, and we hope that he continues to visit and shower his blessings upon us. So not like this in a half-alive way, the very, very enthusiastically let us welcome him. And it is also, where is Krishna Chaitanya Swami? He's coming. This is also his first visit of Maharaj's disciple, whom we know as Ekalavya Prabhu, now has taken sannyas, and is now His Holiness Krishna Chaitanya Swami. So let us welcome him also to our Radha Gopinath temple by loudly chanting 3 times.
Hare Krishna, devotees are kindly requested to return Sri Jagannath Ashram seats to sound system.
Hare. And I welcome you all. I welcome you all. I had been missing. Does it go louder? Or I've been missing you all for quite some time now. The Gopinath ki, and especially missing Radha Gopinath Sudarshan. So thank you, Radha Gopinath, for giving me darshan. And also thank you for giving me association today. And let us stay together forever. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Jashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitanena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayham Dadati Swapadantikam वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलां श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च स्वरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। आराध्यो भगवान् प्रजेशतनय तद्धाम वृन्दावनं रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधूवर्गेण या कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमपुमार्थो महान् श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्रादरो न परः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वासुदेवाय वासुदेवाय वासुदेवाय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस देसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। All glory to the assembled devotees. Jai Gaur Premanande. That's okay. What is this? Class in English, in Hindi, what? English, Hindi, English, Hindi, Hindi, English. Now who's going to decide who's the judge here? क्या करे? मराठी. पंढरपूरला या. Yeah, what do you say? Huh? English. Okay. Huh? Oh, someone is translating. Kaha hai wo translator? Yeah. Yes, all arranged. जो हिंदी में सुनना चाहते हैं भाषांतर अंग्रेजी कथा का, तो उनके लिए व्यवस्था है. तो अब मैं नहीं बताऊंगा क्या व्यवस्था है. तो इसका फायदा उठाइए आप. Okay, so I'm grateful for the opportunity even to be with you and share this morning's Srimad Bhagavat Katha, which is from Canto 1, Chapter 11, text number 29. Please repeat. Ta putrama ankamaropya sneha snutapayodharaha harsha vivalitatmanaha Sichur netra jalai jatrajair jalai. Ta putram ankam aropya sneha snutapayodharaha harsha vivalitatmanaha sisichur netrajair jalai. Okay, go ahead. Snuta payodharaha harsha vivalitatmana shichur netrajair jalai aputramangam aropya payodharaha mothers. Aropya. Taha, all of them, Putram, the son, Ankam, the lap, Aropya, having placed on, Snehasnuta, moistened by affection, Payodharaha, breast filled up, Harsha, delight, Vivvalita Atmanaha, overwhelmed by, Sisichuhu, wet, Netrajai, from the eyes, Jalai, water. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. The mothers, after embracing their son, sat him on their laps. Due to pure affection, milk sprang from their breasts. They were overwhelmed with delight, and the tears from their eyes waited the Lord. Purport. When Lord Krishna was at Vrindavan, even the cows would become moistened by affection towards him. And he would draw milk from the nipples of every affectionate living being. So what to speak of stepmothers who were already as good as his own mother. End of the purport. Okay, before I talk about the verse, I just wanted to, I may not get an opportunity to say this later on, but my was arriving here yesterday. I saw Vidya, what? Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And I kind of, maybe I had a sidelong glance over ISKCON Chowpatty. And that reminded me, how could I forget my connection with these two places, and then eventually my connection with Radha Gopinath Mandir ki. So that was 71. You know the famous Cross Maidan festival. So there's a grand finale of that festival on the 4th April 1971. And there was a grand procession as a part of this grand finale. And procession concluded at ISKCON Chowpatty. And I had been attending this festival every single day at Cross Maidan, along with Loknath Swami Maharaj ki. He wasn't Swami and I was nobody also. So I don't know whether he was in that procession, but I was very much there. Procession was presided over by the deities, not Radha Ras Bihari, another set of deity. They were sent to Sydney, not sent, but Prabhupada personally took them in the flight over to Sydney after Hare Krishna festival here. Anyway, so they were presiding, and Prabhupada also was riding in one of the horse-drawn chariot. And there were some other floats as part of the procession. And that concluded here at ISKCON Chowpatty. And one of the things I remember Prabhupada said is Prabhupada was talking about Vaikuntha Dham and going back to Godhead and all, which kind of stuck. Huh? Normally you don't hear about Vaikuntha, who talks about, or Golok, or Vrindavan. Yeah, Prabhupada, this was on his mind, this going back to home. And so he was inviting audience to, let's go back to home. So I was fortunate to be part of that grand finale procession terminated at ISKCON Chowpatty. And I did not know that very soon in the future, they'll be here, Vaikuntha would be established. Radha Gopinath Mandir ki, yeah, which is Vaikuntha, which is Golok. So Prabhupada was talking about Vaikuntha or Golok Vrindavan. And here it goes, manifested here in the midst of Girgaon here, next to the Chowpatty. And in fact, Prabhupada predicted the Radha Gopinath Mandir. So there was another time, where is that? That was in 73, Bharati Vidya Bhavan. This is, of course, probably you know, Bombay is my office book, where we have presented the history of Hare Krishna land and Prabhupada at his office. So on October 18th, 1973, Prabhupada was at Bharati Vidya Bhavan, and I also was very much there with Srila Prabhupada, along with Jayapataka Swami, Sridhar, Shyama Sundar, Shrutakirti, and few others. And of course, that function was presided over by Sriman Nandaji. Nanda, probably this generation may or may not know, but he was one or two times, briefly, he was a Prime Minister of India. And he was also a trustee of the Kurukshetra Development Board. And he had invited Prabhupada also to come to Kurukshetra and take a piece of land for your project at Kurukshetra. That had happened in 75. Prabhupada did go and met Guljari Nanda there. But here, Guljari Nanda was presiding over the function, and a revival of India's culture. That was a theme of the event. And Prabhupada addressed the gathering. I'm not going to read you the whole, the whole text is available, transcribed Prabhupada's talk, and I have quoted that in here. But the main point is, Shyam Sundar recalled at the end of that function, as we came out and we were on the steps of Bharati Vidya Bhavan. After lecture, Prabhupada stood on the step of Bharati Vidya Bhavan and pointed down the street and said, "We should have a temple here." Here. And here you go. There he talked about Vaikuntha or Vrindavan, Chowpatty. And here he talked, we should have temples here. And here it is. Radha Gopinath ki. So that's my connection also with Radha Gopinath. And it was very much on Vaikuntha was on mind of Srila Prabhupada, and he predicted that Vaikuntha would be established right here. And we are sitting in Vaikuntha, in Vrindavan, here. And then we are supposed to be talking about this pastime. Lord Krishna's entrance into Dwarka. And he has, of course, already entered. Just now coming back from Kurukshetra. This is the second time he had gone to Kurukshetra. Lord Krishna, we are talking about Dwarkadhish. Now, of course, he went, okay. So first time, as he had gone, he brought all the residents of Dwarka with him. It was time of Surya Grahan, sun eclipse. And Lord Krishna and the family, they went to take a holy dip at Surya Kund in Kurukshetra. And during that meeting, there was a great meeting between residents of Dwarka meeting with residents of Vrindavan Dham ki. It was a great meeting. You know, Krishna left Mathura, and the pastime expands, and we don't know where we are beginning. We are going all over. So Krishna left Mathura, left Vrindavan for Mathura. And he said to gopis, I say just now coming. And the first mission in Mathura, I think that's also why gives a reason for me to talk about that one. Killing of Kamsa happened. And soon after the killing of Kamsa at Kansatila happened. It wasn't the first meeting. There's a talk of Krishna meeting mother, real mother and stepmothers. The very first meeting, of course, had taken place in Kamsa's prison house. Vasudeva Aikshata. Sukadeva. And Vasudeva saw his child, Krishna. Devaki did not see. Gopala, Gopala, Devaki Nandana Gopala. So he's Devaki Nandan. So Vasudeva saw, but you understand, his mother is not the first one to see the child. So Vasudeva saw, and later on, Devaki also had darshan. They both offered prayers, and quickly, in and out, Krishna was in there, in the prison house. He appeared, and he was out, goes to Vrindavan, Gokul Dhama ki, and then he stays there for 3 years and 8 months, and then he comes to Vrindavan, and he spends another 3 years and 8 months at Shakta Varth. Then finally goes to Nandagram, spends another 3 years and 8 months. These calculations are as per Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So like this, Krishna is in Vrindavan for 11 years. And that's when Akrura is saying, okay, go get these children. I'm going to kill them. And Akrura had gone, and he brings Krishna and Balaram to Mathura, and before Kamsa could even attempt to kill Krishna Balaram killed Kamsa, and then Kamsa's brothers were killed by Balaram. Kamsa was killed by Krishna. And then another meeting is taking place between Yashoda, not Yashoda, Devaki, and Vasudeva Devaki, and Krishna Balaram. So what is talked here is, in yesterday's verse, Vavande Shirasya Devaki Pramukha Muda. Krishna and Balaram, as now they have arrived here in Dwarka, well, only Krishna has arrived. Balaram is on a tour of All India tour. He had not taken part in the battle of Kurukshetra. Only Krishna took part. And after spending some time in Hastinapur, now he's returning by himself to Dwarka, and there's a grand reception. He has blown his conch shell and giving signals to all the residents of Dwarka that I am here. Krishna aa rahe hai, Krishna is here. And then everybody is coming, running, greeting and meeting and praising and prayers, and all that has happened. And finally, Krishna is entering the palaces, or palaces. Soon he will be entering palaces also. But he's entered the palaces where the queens of Vasudeva, which are mothers. Well, one of them is real mother, and others are mentioned as the stepmothers. And what did Krishna do? Vavande Sirasha. Krishna bows down, bows down, mister. Is bowing down at the lotus feet of, well, yeah, sure, lotus feet of his mothers. Now, yeah, back to Mathura. Kansa has been killed. The parents have been released. And both Krishna and Balaram, they rush to their parents. Mataram pitaram chaiva mochayitvatha bandhanat. So they both have, of course, released their parents. Kansa, such a cruel person, huh? In the audience, he had also, they were Vasudeva and Devaki seated. And his idea, Kansa's idea was, I would like this Vasudeva and Devaki to see the scene. What scene? As I, the Kansa, kill their children. I'm going to be killing Krishna and Balaram. And let Vasudeva and Devaki see this scene with this intention. Vasudeva and Devaki were seated. They were given seat in the audience. So, of course, after Krishna kills Kamsa and Balaram kills Kamsa's 8 brothers, Krishna and Balaram, they rush to Vasudeva and Devaki and untied all the shackles and ropes. And so that is what it says. This is, of course, going back to chapter 45. This is a 10th canto, chapter 45. So they were released. Parents were released. Krishna Balaramo Vavandante Sirasha. I wanted to point that out to you. So they always do this. They always do this. So they are doing that here right now in Dwarka, as Krishna has returned from Kurukshetra. But they are in Mathura also. Vavandante Sirasha Aprashyapadayoho. And both of them have touched the feet of Vasudeva and Devaki. Mohitava Ankamaropya. Here in Dwarka, we are going back between Dwarka and Mathura here, don't get confused. So, Ankamaropya, right? Ta putram Ankamaropya. Ta refers to, there are plural, not just one mother. Then it would have been just ta, but this is taha, it's a plural, not singular. So many mothers, and those are the stepmothers. Vasudeva had around 14 wives. Yeah? Don't know? Anybody knows? 14? Yeah? 18? Okay, there you go. So 18 wives. So they also have been made a reference to many wives of Vasudeva. at the very beginning of 10th canto, chapter 2. Rohini vasudevasya bharyaste nanda gokule anyasya kamsa samvigna vivareshu vasantihi. Rohini vasudevasya bharya aste. How does that sound? And does that make sense? You understand this? Very, very simple, plain statement in Sanskrit, of course. The most refined language, or mother of all the languages, is also sweet and saral and saras, easy and sweet. So that says, Rohini vasudevasya bharya aste. Rohini was Bharya, wife of Vasudev. Where? Nanda Gokule, that time, while Vasudeva and Devaki were in the prison house of Kamsa, Rohini was in Nanda Gokule, Anyasya Kamsa samvignaha anyaha. One mentioned here, one wife, Rohini, was in Gokul under the care of Nanda Maharaj. There were troubling times for all these wives. Vasudeva had kind of dispatched them, and they were hidden, or they were in the caves, or they were under the shelter of different personalities. Rohini was in Gokul, and Nanda Maharaj was taking care of Rohini in Gokul, but Anyaha. But there were Anyaha. There are many others. How many others? Then 17 others, where Kamsa samvignaha, because of the trouble, the harassment, or to avoid the harassment of the Kamsa, vivareshu, they were hidden, they were for safekeeping. They were placed in different places all over Braj. So, back to, back where? So after killing of Kamsa, we are still there. So Krishna and Balaram approached Vasudeva Devaki, and right there, Devaki took Krishna and Balaram. They're both her sons, right? They're both her sons. Balaram is a seventh one, and Krishna is the eighth one. They're both children of Vasudeva and Devaki. And of course, Yashoda also had given birth to one son. That's another story in Gokul. And then Krishna from Mathura, Vasudeva Nandan, he merges with Yashoda Nandan, or Nanda Nandan, and two Krishnas become one, but there are two Krishnas. One is Vasudeva's Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Why is Krishna's one name Vasudeva? Why is Vasudeva? Because son of Vasudeva is Vasudeva. Him being the son of Vasudeva, he is called Vasudeva. According to Taddhit Pratyayas of Vyakaran grammar, Vasudeva. Kunti, son of Kunti becomes Kaunteya, son of Ganga becomes Gangeya, like that. Names gives the hint of who is the father, who are the parents. So Vasudeva, son is Vasudeva, and father is Vasudeva. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I offer my obeisances unto Vasudeva, but then there are, how many Vasudevas are there? At least we know there are two. Not only Krishna is Vasudeva, Balaram is also, yes or no? Balaram is also Vasudeva. They are both sons of Vasudeva. They are both Devaki Nandanas, Devaki Nandan. Krishna Balaram, okay? So right there, and that big arena where the wrestling match had happened and Kamsa killed, Devaki took Krishna and Balaram, Ankamarapya, took them right in her lap, Krishna and Balaram. This is not in Dwarka, we're talking about Mathura. Parishvajya, and embraced Krishna and Balaram. Hari Hari, you are with us? You are undergoing meditation. Some of you are, maybe you are. And not only that, we are still in Mathura. We are just making, comparing, no, not comparing, just pointing out what happened in Dwarka when Krishna entered Dwarka and entered the palaces, and the mothers, Krishna and Balaram they offered their greetings by touching mothers' feet, many mothers. And then those mothers have taken Krishna and Balaram, Ankam, placed them on their laps, and more things have happened. So these things also, similar things happened in Mathura also. So same Krishna and Balaram, and same Devaki and other mothers. So these dealings are eternal. Sincha, still in Mathura, okay? Sinchanto ashrudharabhihi sneha pashena cha avrito. And as Devaki has Krishna and Balaram placed on her lap, what is happening next? She is into tears. And doing Abhishek of Krishna and Balaram, bathing Krishna and Balaram with her tears, gliding down the cheeks. Maybe not just gliding, but they are pouring. For Abhishek, you need extra water. So not dripping, and that's the kind of mother she is. She could, there could be torrents of rain, like tears coming from eyes of Devaki here. Na kinchid uchatu rajan bashpakanto vimohito. And then Devaki wants to say something. She has so much to say, but she is excited and ecstatic. As a result, preme gada gada, as Narad Muni and Shukdev Goswami, Kiba Shiva Shuka Narada Preme. What? Gada gad nahi. Gad gad. Preme gad gad. They were in the middle of the arti, where they were struggling to say, utter, because their voices were getting choked up. Our voices are choked up and there's cough. Kanthe ghurghurayate, and then we have trouble saying, speaking, singing. But so Bashpakanto says, Bashpakanto. Kantha. Choked up, and she is not able to utter or say all that she wanted to say. So that happened in. Well, we should simply say this. This happens all the time. We wish there was a diary of Krishna's daily pastimes. That's not the case. We just get a sampling. Once upon a time, this happened. Or one morning, this as Krishna arrived, Balram is not there. Then the meeting took place between Krishna and the mothers. And then what happened? We have just information, knowledge of such samples. Some hints are given. But we have to understand, we could say so. Sukadeva Goswami could have given, that's why it is also said. Okay, this is a job of Ananta Shesh could. Ananta Shesh is describing, right? Ananta Shesh is chanting the glories of the Lord. I'm sure. Day 1, this happened, and then he goes to the day 2, and another day, and another day, and another month, another year, and year after year, and after how many years does Krishna, his life and teachings, how long his life, how long does Lord live? How long? 125. And then he dies. Yes? Finished. Is he eternal or not? So I heard he was supposed to be eternal. He ever exists. Bhutva praliyate. That refers to us. Bhutva. by becoming and by becoming, coming into being, praliyate. Or one who takes birth must die. But Lord does not take birth, hence he is called ajanma. He is ajanma. Never takes birth. So he never dies. Hari Hari. Brahma takes birth, Brahma dies after 100 years. And what happened? Mahavishnu what did he do? He just took one breath. Mahavishnu just took one breath. What did he do? Okay. He just half the breath. There's a swas and utswas. Breathing out and breathing in. Okay, maybe he did both. Breathing out, 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 out. All Brahmandas are created, and Brahma is born in each Brahmand, and that's why Lord is also known as Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak. Right? You heard? You hear it? Right? Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak. How many Koti? Ananta Koti. Koti as it is a big number. Koti, why? My God, Koti, 1 crore. Brahmandas know, but how many Koti? Ananta Koti. There is unlimited Kotis. Kotayaha, Kotyaha. And so many Brahmanas, all those are created. Brahma is born, those many Brahmas are there. And then they all live for 100 years. Are you with us? Hare Krishna. And then, as Mahavishnu does breathing in, all Brahmandas, Bhutva, they had become Bhutva as half the breath. Utswas, exhalation. All Brahmandas are created. Bhutva, praliyate, the destruction begins, and they're all enter into Mahavishnu again. And this is just one breath. We are just talking. How long does Lord live? This is just one breath. This is one breath. Hari Hari. So if anybody could talk glories of the Lord, let Anand Sage manage that. There's so many aspects, right? Right now we are talking about this, talking about that. Just few topics. We are trying to say something, and we are just jumping also. Just half-baked. We are saying something and then running to another one, and to another one, going between Mathura and Dwarka and Kurukshetra. But if you really want to talk, of course you can't talk, I can't talk. Hari Hari, Ananta Sage could manage talking. Okay, I mean, daily pastimes. Even our Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, while talking, well, several times he says this, but as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was touring Vrindavan, and then he has described the tour of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tour of Vrindavan. But then he says, sorry folks, this is how much I could manage to write. the emotions of Gauranga at every moment, and his ecstasies, and him getting overwhelmed at every step. If this is all to be described, first of all, it's, no, I'm not competent. Says, Koti, he can say, Koti Granthas. There will be millions of scriptures just to write about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's tour of Vrindavan. Or even one day's tour. Or even one moment to describe. I cannot. Anand Sage could do this. So, Anand Sage, we are talking about something else now. Not today's first topic, I think, but let's see whether we go back there or what happens. Anand Sage, how many hoods he has? 1,000. He's called Sahasravadan. And he is also he holds different planets on his hoods. So when this job was given to him, holding planets, he asked, how long do I have to keep carrying these loads of different planets? And he was told, not for very long. Okay, you could do one more thing. You could also chant the glories of the Lord. When you finish chanting all the glories of the Lord, and you think there's nothing more to be said, then you could throw off these planets. You don't have to carry them. So when this job was given, Anand says, okay. I'll be faster. And I have 1,000 mouths, And what happens also is, just additional information. At each of the mouth of Anand Sage, there's a large audience. And at another mouth, Vadan of Ananta Sage, there's another larger audience. And each mouth, he talks of different pastime. Not like a Doordarshan or All India Radio. Same thing. In every home, you hear the same thing, right? Maybe although there are many speakers, Ahuja, speaker, they say the same thing. But that is not the case with this Sahasravadan, Ananta Sage. With each mouth he's talking different pastime. Hari Hari. So he started with great enthusiasm. Of course, his enthusiasm never diminishes. But he was thinking, soon I would be done with this recitation of all the... And it's not just a pastime, there's a Naam. Sri Radhika Madhava Yorapara Madhurya Leela Guna Rupa Nam Pratikshana Asvadana Lolupasya. So they talk about Nam, and then how many names are there? Vishnu Sahasranam. And Bahoni Rupani Namani Santi. Gargamuni had said, your son has so many names and forms, and of course each one has a qualities and pastimes. So Anand Sage started, and he started and is talking. He talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. And to this day he is talking. How long he will keep talking? Forever. You could also say, as Sahasrabhadan, maybe he kind of finished talk of some pastime, but another pastime is Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. He's appearing all the time. Okay, he's appearing in this Brahman, that Brahman, that Brahman, that Brahman, that Brahman, that Brahman. Pastimes of this Brahman, pastime of that Brahman, pastime of that. Hari Hari. Wonderful Krishna. What kind of Krishna is? Wonderful Krishna, wonderful Krishna. The residents of Vrindavan, even they start out wonders. Why, he's a wonderful Krishna. They're all amazed. And they're talk of the town. Okay, so the pastimes, of course, pastimes are repeated, but there are different flavors and different circumstances and time, place, circumstances. Then pastime becomes brand new pastime, kind of. So we are just pointing out, okay, what we are reading here, what happened in Dwarka. Oh, that also had happened in Mathura. But because we don't have information, more information, maybe I don't have enough information, or I exhausted the resources, but there are maybe quite few out there to be talked about. Hari Hari. And as I talk about this, I'm also thinking, the Krishna is supposed to be, he was in Kurukshetra. Dharma kshetre, Kurukshetre, samaveta yuyutsavaha, mamakaha pandava shaiva, kim kurvata sanjaya. How old is Krishna? Huh? Of course, this verse doesn't say about the age. I just quoted the verse. I'm asking you the question, how old? He's 100 years? That's what we hear. He's 100 years old. So this 100-year-old Krishna has come back to Dwarka, and 100-year-old son is placed in the lap. That is not our experience, right? This doesn't happen. Because they do not even survive for 100 years. And if they did, or your mother may not be around, and if she is there, she would be just lying down in the bed or something. She's not going to be sitting up. And she's not going to bear the load of 100-year-old son. Brothers and sisters. So these calculations or estimations, understanding of this world does not apply to Krishna and Dwarka and the parents and mothers here. This is another world. It's another world. Of course, so much affection, so much affection. Oh. The mothers here, they're ending up killing their children right in the womb. Not even letting them take birth. Is that the affection? Abortion? So this is too much. We have experience of these kinds of even mothers, what to say. I think just yesterday's purport, seven mothers, Prabhupada is pointing at 7 mothers. Your mother who has given you birth is a mother. The cow is also a mother. Cow is one of the 7 mothers. Just see what kind of, also the mothers also could be, and they are at the receiving end, what kind of treatment mothers get. They're just discarded. Or in the West, the older parents are just stored in some old age home. And they hire someone to take care of them or give them medicine or let us know whether they are alive or dead. Call us when they're no more. Children are, this is just look at Krishna Balaram and look at the mothers here in the spiritual sky. Joy, oh, Radha Gopinath ki. And take a look around and see what's happening. Big contrast. 2 virgins. How children are treating their parents, and how parents or mothers are killing their children right in the womb. That's one thing. And then turning to the cow, which is also another mother of whole human race. No? Their mother is Mother Cow, Gomata ki. Well, how could we say Gomata ki jai on one hand and then kill her? Of course, those who kill her, I'm sure they won't say Gomata ki. Kill her, must be saying. Kill her. That's what they must be saying. Oh, the cows in India while being slaughtered, they are put through lots of pain. I'm just distracted. Maybe 20 years ago, there was a discussion in India's parliament. Indian parliament was the slaughterhouses in India and what is happening to the animals or the cows which are being slaughtered. Oh, the weapons or razors used, they are blunt, they are old-fashioned. So that's why the animals are suffering while they are slaughtered, killed. So what to do? This was being discussed in the India's parliament. And do you know, I don't want to spend much time with this. And after discussion, back and forth, The resolution was India should modernize their slaughterhouses. We should import modern equipments, razors, from Ireland, where they have sharp blades, so that the cows, while being slaughtered, they will suffer less. What a kind parliamentarians are. They kindly resolve this. They should have, could have, should have, but they did not do so. They could have resolved. Let's close the slaughterhouses. Instead, no, let us modernize our slaughterhouses. So, anyway, this is the kind of treatment this world is giving to the mothers. And for killing babies, yeah. The scientists and everyone they have equipments also for easy, and we kept private and secret. I remember a long time while we used to go for our life membership preaching in local trains of Bombay. There were even ads in compartments. Only 70 rupees. Well, of course, those days 70 rupee was a lot of money. But the killing baby in the womb, the abortion, the cost was only 70 rupees. And they're promoting. Government was promoting this. Hari Hari, I think enough is enough. Enough is enough, right? So, two worlds apart, two extremes. Urdhva moolam, adha shakha. So love there is what? What here? Lust here. Love there, lust here. I love you. This mantra we chanted, but actually they should be saying, I'm lusty after you. Not that I love you, I'm lusty after you. Oh, okay, so Krishna is supposed to be 100 years old. But then he is Adyam Purana Purusham Navayavvanam cha. Yeah, I think just yesterday we were talking, Krishna saved the residents or his cowherd boyfriends from the forest fire. And he had asked his friends, Nimilayat lochanani. Friends, close your eyes. But you are not closing. What does that mean? You are not the friends of Krishna? Or you are just wondering what I'm supposed to be doing. So anyway, so they close their eyes. And Krishna said, Ma Bhaishta, do not fear. Come here, oh dear, I'm here. And as they close their Ma Socha, right? Ma Socha, do not fear. Ma Socha. And as they all close their eyes, what did Krishna do? Swallowed the fire. And did that fire burn Krishna? No. So yesterday we were saying that did not even burn the beard of Krishna. Mustaches of Krishna were not burnt. Then you say, what is the question of beard getting burnt? Krishna has no beard. But then why does he not have a beard? He's supposed to be 100 years old. Reason being, Adyam Purana Purusham, what? Nava Yavvanam cha. He never grows beyond age 16 at the most. So by some estimation, he's 100 years old, but he's 16 years old at the max. But he could be Kumar for all the time. All the pastimes are eternal, is it? All the pastimes are eternal. Krishna being Kumar, and then Pauganda, and then Kumar, and then Kishore. He goes through the different ages, stages, phases in his life. But when he grows Kishore, he doesn't cease to be Kumar. He continues to be Kumar. He continues to be Pauganda. He continues to be like that. He is eternally. Or he's eternally taking birth, just now taking birth, right? So he's eternally taking birth, means he's 1 day old eternally, or he's 1 year old eternally, is 16 years old eternally, and is so-called 100 years, eternally. So we should not be wondering how can a 100-year-old son. And next, what is going to happen? He's going to be also fed by these mothers, and Devaki will feed. And that's happening, right? Sisichur. Oh, that's Netra Jalai. No. Sisichur Netra. Netraja. Netrajai Jalai. Okay. I got it. So Netraja. Netra is Netra. Eyes. Netraja. What is Netraja? Netraja means something that gives the eyes giving birth to. Netraja. What are the eyes giving birth to? Tears. Jala. Okay. Netrajai Jalai. Jalai. Where is that Jalai? Jal coming from? Netra. Eyes. Netraja. Ja. 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 Okay, so the tears and okay, earlier Sneha Snuta Payodharaha. Right there is a milk. So much affection. This is his indication. How much affection? Instead of describing affection this way, that way, just tucked here is what is happening to the breast milk. As it happens, this is called Vatsalya also, right? This is Vatsalya ras here. Vatsalya ras. Parenthood. Like a cow has affection for the calf. Vatsalya. Full of vatsalya. So same kind of vatsalya. So mothers are like a mothers are like a cows, and Krishna is like a calf. So what happens? So Prabhupada is pointing out yesterday, or today also, that he would draw milk from nipples of every affectionate living being. So it's not just mothers loving Krishna. Everybody loves Krishna. If you don't love, get out of here. Go to Bombay. That's what has happened to us, right? Something happened and we're out of there. Hari Hari. So everyone loves Krishna. And Krishna loves, what would you say? Everyone loves Krishna and Krishna loves everybody. Me too. Does he love you? No? Yes? No? You doubt or not sure? Or he loves you. He loves you. Yeah, children may at some point in their life may stop loving their parents, but do the parents ever stop loving their children? What would you say? Never, ever. Generally speaking. So, Krishna, Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Pranadhan. Krishna is that mother. Vithu Maza, what? Le Kuravala. Sange Gopalan Samela. Vithu Maza, Le Kuravala. Le Kurvala, Le Kurvala. Lekura, child. Of course, the mother has hum do, hamare do. We too, and we have two. Such mothers couldn't be called, addressed as Lekurvali or Lekurvala. At least there has to be Ashtaputra Saubhagyavati. Ashtaputra, then you are Lekurvali, full of lekras, full of children, houses. So Pandurang Vittal, Krishna, is Vithumaza Lekurvala. If anybody could be called as Lekurvala, Lekurvali, that is the Lord. Because how many children does he have? How many children? How many children? You could say unlimited, but you could also say every child is his child. Everybody is his child. And father, and he's also mother. Is all in all. He loves us. And we had stopped loving him because we were lusty after so many items in this world. So, by seeing all this love and affection, as we are, well, wherever you take a look at in the scriptures, you will find Ado Madhe Ante Hari Sarvatra Giyate. Lord is glorified. And Lord's devotees are glorified. And Lord's and devotees' loving dealings are glorified. So let us take note once and for all, once again, and revive our love for the Lord. Yeah, he said to Arjuna also, Priya asi. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mamevas. What? Satyam te pratijane priyosi mein. Priya asi. This is at the end of conversation. Samvad. Krishna's Priya asi. Arjun, you are very dear. What Lord really meant is you all living entities. Because the message of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, is not really for Arjun. It is for us. Krishna is addressing all of us. And during that address, while addressing us, he says, Priyahas, you are very dear to me. And he expresses his love for us by doing not just lip service, he does so much for us, Hari Hari, for us, he comes down to this earth. Golokam cha parityajya lokanam trana karanat. Golokam cha parityajya. Meaning what? You understood, right? By giving up Golok, leaving Golok behind, Lord enters this world. Because paritranaya sadhunam. Or Golokam cha parityajya lokanam trana karanat. To give us relief. And revive our love for him. Hari Hari. Then he comes as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki. This was the very last time Lord Swayam Bhagavan appeared. And to reclaim us, the living entities, he inaugurated, he inaugurated this Sankirtan movement. He became Sankirtanai Kapitaro, Ajanu Lambita Bhujo, Kanakavadato, Sankirtanai Kapitaro, Kamalayataksho, Vishwambharo, Dvijavaro, Yugadharma Palo, Vande Jagat Priyakaro, Karunavataro. So he inaugurated him and Nityanand Prabhu. Because this prayer of Chaitanya Bhagavat, very first statement of Chaitanya Bhagavat, It's a prayer and it refers to two of them, both Sankirtanaika Pitaro says, right? Sankirtanaika Pitaro means two. Ramo, like that. Ramo means how many Rams? Two. Pitaro, two of them, yes. Gauranga, Nityananda, Oh, Nityananda ki. They were, as I was worshiping, anyways, this way you could go on talking and never comes to an end. As I was worshiping this morning, Mangalarti, well, Radha, Gopinath, they were in their own world. But Krishna and Gauranga, Nityanand Prabhu, they were looking right at me, right in my eyes. And I'm sure those who offer artis, they have also noticed this. I'm not the only one, I'm sure. So, the Lord appeared and he glanced upon the fallen souls. And Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kar More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagat Samsare Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatara Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Paibe Ara. Of course, these are Narottam Das Thakur's words and realizations. We also sing, but whether we sing like Narottam Das Thakur sang, well, we may also be singing, the sound vibration is there, but Hari, same thirst or same, the depth. Anyway, Hare Krishna. Mosama Patita Prabhu. Whether we would admit honest is the best policy, whether we would be admitting, I am fallen? No. Hari, हम तो पहुँचे हुए महात्मा, समझते हो? पहुँचे हुए महात्मा, हिंदी नहीं समझते, अंग्रेजी सुन के अब भूल गए, पहुँचे हुए महात्मा क्या होते हैं? हरी तो So Lord did his part, and then Srila Prabhupada continued. We are two founders of this Hare Krishna movement. Two men, well, first those two, Gaur Nityanand, there's a team. The two together is one. That's one. Sankirtanaika Pitaro. And then ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki. And then Srila Prabhupada becomes another founder, or in a formal way doing registration of this International Society for Krishna Consciousness in New York in 96. Not 96, 60, 66. He founded, but the original founder is Lords, Gaura and Nityananda are the founders. of this moment. And then Srila Prabhupada did another kind of foundation, what the kind of foundation you need in this world to formalize the institution. And then Prabhupada did so much for us. Yeah, I was just, so like this, we could go on till evening, like this. I was just there on Nirjala Ekadasi. I was in Kolkata, and I was I celebrated my Nirjala Ekadasi at 1 Ulta Danga Junction Road. You know that place, right? Which has been acquired by ISKCON and renovated, and what a monumental. So I celebrated my Ekadasi there, and I was remembering Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, also founder. He's also founder. It's difficult to say where it all began. We could also say Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, or for sure Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also, and Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Thakur. This is another team. Like we have teams. Yes. Shad Goswami team, 6 Goswamis. Then come Acharya Tray, 3 Acharyas. Shamananda, Srinivas Acharya, and Narottam Das Thakur, Acharya Tray, that was the second generation. And then a little later, down the road, into the times, there was Baladev Vidya Bhushan and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur together. The 6 together, 3 together, those 2 together, and then in more recent times, 3 together. I think they are responsible for eventually ISKCON's foundation happened with the conception and whatever, different things Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur did, and then Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Srila Prabhupada ki. So I was there on Ekadasi and remembering a lot of what they have done for this world, for world of ISKCON, for me also. So we should all be thinking like this, what Prabhupada has done for us. Has he done something for you? Yes? No? No? Yes? Yes? And then what? How do you feel? Grateful? You wish to express your gratitude? Difficult, in fact. Express or translate. When Prabhupada was asked by his disciples, there was a talk already, spiritual master does so much for the followers or the disciples, and then disciples, in this case grand disciples also, are indebted to founder Acharya or to the spiritual master. This was a topic being discussed. And so the followers, disciples are indebted to the founder Acharya, the spiritual master. So then disciples ask, is any some way out? How could we become free from such debt? Was a inquiry. And Prabhupada had said, no, you can't become free from this debt. And there was a pause, and then in his case, he said, there's one thing you could do. And he said, you do. If you wish to become free from this debt, you do as I did. Probably you know that mantra, or you have heard this several times. So Prabhupada said, you do as I did. Okay, I founded this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Now you carry it forward, spread it, and established it. Dharma samsthapanarthaya. Like establishing Krishna consciousness is like establishing dharma. So is dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami. The other two items are also there, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya. So Lord does this by His own appearance, and then Krishna swadhamopagate. He returns. And then what happens? Then this Lord's mission is carried forward by His devotees, by the acharyas. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya. This continues. This doesn't happen only while Lord is on the planet during His appearance. So between one appearance and the another one, in this interim period, this is a job our Lord assigns this. Sakshadharitvena samasta shastrai. Sakshadharis. They do, the Hari's job is done by Sakshadharis. And the mission continues. So you do as I did. So we have this obligation. If you feel obliged, then we have to push forward, spread, propagate, make Krishna consciousness available. Hari Hari. So, may you all take this mission of it's a Gauranga's mission, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, then Prabhupada's mission, then in Parampara it becomes Radha Swami Maharaj mission. He takes it up. Our devotees in different parts of the world, they take charge. And then there will be your times. There already times are here. And that idea's time has come. That idea's time has come. And that time is when? now. It's now and here. So, Sada Hridaya, that Spuratava Sachinandanaha. What is that whole verse? How does it feel? You don't know. Sada Hridaya Kandare, okay. Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratavaha Sachinandanaha. This is, may Lord Gauranga in core of your hearts inspire you. Spuratavaha, Spuratuvaha. Vaha means to you all. That Sachinandan may inspire you further. Yeah, so that you could also Loknath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me Bhavatu, not Bhavatu or different, you would say different thing. Bhavatu. That's kind of the goal. Loknath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me. Wherever I see, wherever Nayana Patha, this is a path. Nayana Path, this is the path. Now I look here, this is Nayana Path, and I look here, Nayana Patha. So wherever I look, there may I get your darshan, my Lord. That meant being fully Krishna conscious. And you could see Krishna everywhere or in everything also. Okay, Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol. Okay. Enough is enough. So we just stop? Huh? Is it Mahaprasadi Govindi now or any other?
Hare Krishna. So in Marathi there is a saying, Sadhu Sant Yeti Ghara Tochi Diwali Dasra. So after COVID pandemic, we have missed so many sadhus and santas, and now last 1.5 months, so many sannyasis and great souls are coming to our temple. We had Bhakti Brihad Bhagavat Maharaj, then we had Haldar Maharaj, and now icing on the cake we have His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj. Hari Bol. So we are just overjoyed having Maharaj here after so long time. And we just pray to Shri Radha Gopinath temple that whatever last 2.5, 3 years we missed, maybe we can get some compensation on that. Maharaj keeps coming often here, maybe every week, if that's too often, maybe every month. And we had a unique festival here. It's not a festival day, but still we are feeling like festival. So Maharaj can come on Sundays, the more devotees can come and take benefit of Maharaj Association. Or if he comes for a festival day, soon festival season is going to start. So invite Maharaj to come to Shri Radha Gopinath temple soon for a Sunday program or a festival. And if you all want Maharaj to come again, please loudly chant 3 times. Hari Bol! His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj ki jai. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Maharaj, for visiting us.